Myself, Arpana Grover, Senior Faculty Member of English at Informath and Consortium. Now students, today we'll be doing the first editorial of English, and as we have promised you, daily we'll be doing editorials with you. अब अभी आप CLAT 2021 के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं या 2022 के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, it's very important for you to read the newspapers because the pattern of the CLAT has been changed thoroughly this year. अगर आप इस बार का क्लैट देखते हैं तो यू कैन से कि आप सिर्फ इंग्लिश के ग्रामेटिकल पार्ट करके ही क्लैट का पेपर क्रॉस कर सकते हैं. नो, यू शुड बी वेरी वेरी रेगुलर इन रीडिंग द न्यूज़पेपर्स, लाइक मार्किंग द एडिटोरियल्स, डूइंग क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दीज, एंड आपको एक हैबिट होनी चाहिए कि उन एडिटोरियल्स में से आप क्वेश्चंस कैसे निकालें और क्वेश्चंस के आंसर कैसे करें. सो दिस इज द मेन क्रक्स दैट वी आर गोइंग टू फोकस अपॉन इन इंग्लिश क्लासेस. दैट इज डेली वी विल बी डूइंग द एडिटोरियल्स, टेकिंग द पैसेज. अब बात आती है कि एडिटोरियल किस तरह का हो सकता है. एडिटोरियल किसी भी तरह का हो सकता है. इंग्लिश में आप लेके चलिए कि जैसे कि आपको कॉम्प्रिहेंशन आते थे, अब आपको लेटेस्ट इवेंट्स के ऊपर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन आएंगे. जैसे अभी की हम बात करें, लाइक द कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में बी ऑन लॉकडाउन, इट कैन बी ऑन कोविड, इट कैन बी ऑन सर्टन अदर प्रॉब्लम ऑफ इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम, सर्टन सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स. तो अभी से हाथरस का इंसिडेंट हुआ, मे बी कॉम्प्रिहेंशन कैन बी डिपेक्टेड अपॉन दैट हाथरस इंसिडेंट. So anything which is there in the editorial part or in the newspaper is your editorial. Very simple. And you have to understand the editorial part, you have to understand the comprehension, what the author is saying, and how you will answer the questions which are given below. So आज हम जो comprehension कर रहे हैं, that is taken from Times of India, and today we'll be doing this comprehension with you. And firstly we'll be reading the comprehension, we'll be seeing कि comprehension हम करते कैसे हैं और क्या हमारी approach होनी चाहिए, how to approach this comprehension, right? So let's see. So I welcome you once again to the editorial section of English. So let's firstly study कि comprehension मैंने कौन सा pick किया. So this time I picked the comprehension from Times of India, that in the editorial section, and it is majorly focusing on the employment precarity. So let's study. Only a week ago, India and the entire world witnessed a spectacle of a country's employment precarity. So first of all, जैसे से हम comprehension पढ़ते हैं, mark the keywords. It's very very important. जब भी हम कोई comprehension पढ़ते हैं, साथ साथ में आप कीवर्ड्स मार्क करिए. जैसे ही आप कीवर्ड मार्क करेंगे, आपके दिमाग में एक जगह पे वो सेव हो जाएगा कि आपने क्या पढ़ा है. सो फर्स्ट इज एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रिकैरिटी. pour out on its roads and highways, men and women and children in the distress of having lost jobs, income and shelter, with no resource to social security to protect them in those hard days. That means in the very first passage, the author is talking about the employment precarity which has occurred due to this COVID, and where due to unemployment, various men, women and children, they are on the roads by losing their jobs, and there was no social security for them. The crisis of precarity manifested in the plight of circular migrants. So mark this word, circular migrants. What are the circular migrants? Mark this word in your mind. Circular migrants are those people who migrate from one place to another for the search of job, food or shelter. So the crisis of precarity manifested in the plight. Plight means, what do you mean by plight? The plight means adverse conditions of the circular migrants was not created in one day. It grew over a period of time as scarce jobs in the industry and services is increasing, become jobs which does not offer any employment security. Between 2004, 5 and 17-18, the share of salaried workers outside agriculture without any written contract increased from 61% to 71%. That means the author is trying to say कि जो लोग agriculture में नहीं हैं, उनके अलावा the jobs were salaried, workers were salaried, but they are under no contract. They're just working with the companies. It increased from 60% to 71%. Even the private and public limited companies, This share increased from 59 to 71%. Same is the case with the private and the public companies, limited companies, that is, share has increased to 59 to 71%. The government and the public sector do not offer a different picture, with the share of such workers increasing from 27% to 45% over a period. That means the government and the public sector does not offer any different picture. Both is the same. Such workers is increasing. We have estimated that the share of the circular migrants in the precarious jobs outside the agriculture increased over this period from 47% to 57%. Right? So again, these jobs workers, he is trying to say that the workers have been increasing from 47% to 57%. Many of the wage jobs, so market wage jobs. What do you mean by wage jobs? In the organized sector came through contractors. That means he is trying to say कि काफी जगह जो jobs हैं, wage jobs मतलब daily job भी हो सकती हैं, which the person is paid the wages according to the daily wages or maybe weekly wages. So they come through contractors or maybe monthly basis or maybe quarterly basis. So in organized manufacturing, the reported share of the contract labor increased from 13% in 1995-96 to 36% in 2017 and 18. Now here it's very remarkable to state that now the author has changed his lines. एक जगह वो पिछले पैराग्राफ में कह रहा था कि जो भी लोग उन कंपनीज में काम करते हैं जो विदाउट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट काम करते हैं उनका भी रेशियो बढ़ गया है, और दूसरी जगह वो नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ में ये कह रहा है कि कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स हैं, contractual jobs have increased from 13% in 1995 to 36% 2017-18. That means there are certain persons who are called as contractors who made the jobs available to the youth or the persons, but on contract basis, right? Maybe the contract may be of 6 months, 4 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but after that particular contract, the job is over. This is called as contractual jobs, right? A policy balm to the exposed blister. See the ironicity of the author, what he is saying. A policy balm. एक तरह से वो कहते हैं व्यंग कर रहा है गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर. A policy balm by saying a policy balm to the exposed blisters. So by the exposed blisters, what does he mean by the exposed blisters? Means unemployed persons. Unemployment is depicted here as exposed blisters of the precarity was much needed. The response came in the form of 3 revised labor laws, labor code bills on industrial relations, occupational safety, health and working conditions, and social security. These 3 code bills were introduced in the parliament, which were introduced in the parliament in the monsoon session. Just now, this is the news in the parliament, and approved without any discussions or debates on September 23rd. So this is what our passage is. So here, in the last passage, the author means to say that these are the exposed blisters of precarity were balmed by the government by producing 3 bills in the parliament, which were introduced in the monsoon session on September 26. Now this was a whole passage which was regarding the mean base. अगर हम base देखें इस passage का, the whole passage depict a precarity, that is unemployment precarity of the nation, where the people are suffering a lot. They are not having jobs, they are jobless, they are on roads, and the contractual workers are increasing, migrant workers are increasing, but again the jobs are very less. And the government in response gave a balm to the exposed blisters by introducing 3 code bills. So this is a crux of the whole passage which we have read. Now after this passage we will be going for the questions, and there will be 5 questions below a passage. Now how to attempt that? अगर आपने passage अच्छी तरह पढ़ा है तो आप क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छी तरह से कर सकते हो, क्योंकि वो क्वेश्चंस कहीं ना कहीं उस पैसेज पे ही, कहीं और से क्वेश्चंस नहीं आएंगे, उस पैसेज के बेस पे ही क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. So the first question states, what is the synonym of precarity? That synonym is same meaning, equal or same meaning. The state of having insecure unemployment or income, poverty, ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो हो ही नहीं सकता जब हर लोग परेशान है. So precarity is a negative word. Always remember, when we are given a positive word over here, so positive word always have a positive meaning. This we all know. Like smile, it is a positive word. It is having a positive meaning. Precarity, here we have learned it is a negative word. It is having a negative meaning. So according to the sense of a sentence, a sense of a passage also, the precarity means a state of having an insecure employment or income. That is called as precarity. So this is one of the shortcut of when we are talking about the synonyms or antonyms. If a word is positive, answer is always a positive word in between the four words, and if a word is negative word, answer always is a negative word. Second, what is the author talking about in the passage? Very obvious. Employment precarity, social security, unemployment or employment crisis. So answer is D, economic crisis, because these three are more or less a part of economic crisis. So employment precarity, social security and unemployment are the part of economic crisis. So the correct answer is D. Third question. What do you mean by the employment precarity author is talking about? So employment precarity का मतलब क्या है? बहुत बार हमने पढ़ा है ये word passage में. Losing jobs by the people, losing shelter and income source, losing social security. So when we have read the comprehension, dear students, ये तीनों चीजें हमने first passage में पढ़ी थी. If you remember, हमने वो underline भी की थी keywords में. So answer is D, all of the above. Losing jobs, losing shelter, economic source and social security. So correct answer is D. Fourth question. What is the main cause of crisis of precarity? Main cause क्या है? Increased contractual jobs, people shifting to the agriculture. He is not talking about any people who is shifting to the agriculture. So this is not there. Migration of the people to different areas. No, it is so obviously the answer is A. Increased contractual jobs. That is, after a contract is finished, the person is again unemployed. Right? So the main cause of precarity crisis is contractual jobs. How the government responded to the plight? By implementing new labor laws, approving 3 revised labor laws, manage unemployment in the public sector, none of these. So obviously we have read in the last passage, government has bombed the open blisters, exposed blisters of precarity by approving 3 revised labor laws in the parliament, which was approved on 26th of September without any discussion. So dear students, this was all about a comprehension कि आपको करना कैसे है, क्या करना है comprehension में और किस तरह के क्वेश्चन आपको comprehension में आते हैं, right? So this is one of the smallest comprehension I have taken from Times of India. इसी तरह every day I'll be coming in front of you by taking new comprehensions from the editorial part and we'll be discussing these comprehensions one by one with you. उसके बाद आप रेगुलर जब इन कॉम्प्रिहेंशन को करेंगे आपको एक आदत पड़ जाएगी हाउ टू डू दिस कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, राइट? सो होप सो आपको आज का कॉम्प्रिहेंशन बहुत अच्छी तरह समझ में आया होगा. क्वेश्चंस कहाँ से किए, कैसे आंसर किए और हमने कॉम्प्रिहेंशन को पढ़ा कैसे. मेन चीज़ तो ये, जब भी हम पढ़ रहे हैं कॉम्प्रिहेंशन को तो हमारे पास पेंसिल होनी चाहिए ताकि हम उसके कीवर्ड्स मार्क कर लें और उन कीवर्ड्स को अपने माइंड में स्टोर कर लें, राइट? जब हम माइंड में उसको रिस्टोर करेंगे, पढ़ेंगे और माइंड में रिस्टोर करेंगे तो वही हम जब क्वेश्चंस पढ़ेंगे तो वही कीवर्ड्स रिप्रोड्यूस होंगे. So this is the one main thing you must understand by doing any of the comprehension, whether the comprehension is a reasoning based comprehension or English based comprehension or a law based comprehension. This is the first rule of English comprehensions. Store the keywords in your mind and whenever you will be doing the comprehensions, these keywords will ensure you that your answer is correct or not, right? So hope so you enjoyed the comprehension. So do well. We'll meet tomorrow. All the best.